Hey y'all, welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. If you are new around here, my name is Katie Marie and I'm doing a video that last year I did for Kate Miss in December, but this time I didn't get to do it during December, but I still wanted to do it, and that is revisiting my previous year's top 10 palettes and doing a palette bingo with them. So at the end of 2020, I did a palette bingo using all 10 palettes from the previous year, so 2019's top 10 palettes, and I want to do it again because it was a lot of fun. I love revisiting my favorite palettes from the year before and just getting to play with them once again, and it makes for a fun time because there's 10 shadows that I have to use on my eyes, so it gets a little bit crazy in that respect. So I definitely want to do that, and even though we're doing this mid-January at this point, we're still going to do it and do a Palapalooza with my top 10 palettes from 2020. So if you need a refresher, I'll go ahead and run through them really quick before we get up close and put something on my eyes because I'm feeling very bare. Top 10 was the BH Cosmetics Pistachio palette that came out in 2020. Then next is the Made by Mitchell for number 9, the Feet on the Ground palette. After that came the Autumn palette by Yvette Beauty. This was my introduction to Yvette. Love that palette. Can't wait to use it again. Oh yeah, and also I made it hard on myself because I put 2 palettes for number 8. So it's not 10 palettes that I have to use today. It's 11. Thanks, Katie. You're paying for your cheating now. For number 8, I forgot, but I went ahead and since I had a all matte palette, I justified myself to stick an all shimmer palette in the number 8 spot. So this is the number 8 spot. Oh my goodness, I just dropped the palette, which is already shattered. My bad. Probably won't be able to use that purple one. It's a mess. But anyway, these are the 2 8 palettes. This all shimmer is Flower Beauty's Jungle Lights palette, which if you want amazing shimmers from the drugstore, this is the palette. Let's see, after that was number 7, The Reasons by DJ's Unique Boutique. Love that palette. Then number 6, I think we're on, is the Gimme Glow Extra Spicy palette. Such a fun palette. And then number 5, now this is the point where I started doing every, like a video for each eye look. So I'll leave all the videos linked down below if you want to see any of them from last year's Kate Miss and whatnot. But this is the Impressionism palette by Muse or K-Love Beauty as they are now. That was the number 5. Number 4 was the Gimme Glow Pastel Dreams. Now I did use the set. The palette came out this year, but I figure since I have the palette, I might as well use the palette today. And then number 3 was the September Rose Slush palette. That was a tried and true, really favorite of mine from 2020. And then number 2 was the massive Worldly palette from P. Louise. That just takes up so much room. And then last but not least, number 1 palette from the year was the Shop Cosmetics and Butte Bean or Batty Bean Now It's Freaking Bats palette. So yeah, this came in at number 1. So those are all the palettes we're going to be using and putting on my face today. I kind of went light with my makeup per usual as I did with the last one in the hopes that if I need to, when I get a good brown or if I get a really good blinding shimmer I can put as my highlight, I can use it in that way because that's something I allow myself to do. But otherwise, I have to find a place to put 11, because of cheating Katie last year, 11 eyeshadows on my eyes. So let me prime my eyes. We'll get in close. We have to randomly choose all the colors because I'm choosing one color from each palette, and then we can start figuring out where to put them all. Alright, before we go ahead and prime my eyes, because I like my eye primer to be pretty fresh. Oh yeah, I lost a nail on each of my fingers, so excuse those. I'm going to be popping them off tonight and redoing them. But anyway, I'm going to go to random.org and let's go ahead and choose the colors before we get into it. So let's just go, I guess we'll go from 1 since I already have the stack in that order now. 1 to 10. So number 1 is the It's Freaking Bats palette, which is this. And I'm going to do it from like 1 top here and then over. So I'm gonna stick in 9 and generate, and hopefully, yep, I was in frame. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, Adams, I like this color. So now I gotta figure out where to put this all. I'll put this right here. And I gotta make sure I keep it all organized somewhat so I can remember which palette, what color I'm using for each palette. Okay, number 2 then is the Worldly. How many colors are in here? 21. So I'll go ahead and punch that in and then generate. We have 16. So I have, oh my goodness, 7, 14, 15, 16. Oh dear. Oh my goodness, I'm out of frame, sorry. That shade right there. Oh wait, I swatched that with the dirty finger from the green. Hopefully it doesn't ruin it too much. Not too bad. Okay, that looks like a good one from the palette. I don't think I used it a whole lot when I was doing this palette before because I definitely think I stick to the greens and the blues in here. I'm gonna stick this mammoth of a palette up here. Let's hope I don't forget it. Okay, next up is the Slush palette. Lost another nail, so they're going down quick. Anyway, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So we got 25, and generate to a 20. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Ooh, dark purple. That'll go really well. Or dark cherry is what it's called. That'll go really well with the previous shade I just got. I remember the purples in here in this palette being pretty similar. I'm just gonna swatch them. Or like not a whole lot of different depth to them. They all kind of look the same kind of depth. Anyway, next up is Give Me Glow, and this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12. Here's what it looks like. I'm gonna type in 1, 2, and then generate, we got a 10. Ooh, we have Magic Mint. This mint is gonna be an interesting pop in here. I wonder how I'm gonna use it, because I have no idea. Next up is going to be the Impressionism palette, and that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, and 16. 16, let me go ahead and show you before I generate. 15. So we got 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, yeah, because there's 16 total. Sorry, I'm just trying to double check myself to make sure I don't mess up. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm kind of petrified of messing up. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. Okay, that was a little too close, but... Ooh, I see a really fun purple green look, just like very easily unfolding in front of me. Let's see if the last 5 or 6 mess it up. Okay, next is the Give Me Glow Extra Spicy. This has 9 shadows. Type in 9 and then generate. We have 6. Spicy Peach Martini. I think this could go with purple, so I don't think it's gonna mess it up too much. I really am expecting to get like something that just totally doesn't go at this point, because I feel like it's going so well so far. Oh yeah, I could work that into those purples, I feel like, pretty easily. Okay, next up is the Reasons palette. I forget, this has 12, I think? Yeah, 12. Here's what it looks like again, and then let's, oops, sorry, generate. I tried to click it when I'm on screen, but 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that looks like it can go really well with it as well. My desk is becoming covered in palettes. All right, that goes. I'm not mad about that. Okay, for the Jungle Lights, it's a bit of a disaster. It's only this shade that has like shattered, so I'm gonna go ahead and put 6. I think if I get 6 though, I might just roll again, or grab it again, just because that shade's gonna be so hard to actually use because it's so crumbly. But let's go ahead and stick in number 6. Just because I mentioned that. I'm gonna roll again. So we got a 3. Sorry if that's cheating to y'all, but that shade is just a disaster. I don't even want to touch it. It's this coppery shade though, is the one that I picked. I'm gonna close this so I don't end up with a bigger mess anywhere. I'm gonna put the coppery shade right here. Okay, so we have 3 shimmers so far, majority still with the mattes. Let's hope for all mattes. I feel like I could do a pretty fun look and not struggle too much if they were all mattes after this. So let's see. This is definitely a matte because it's the Autumn palette by Yvette Beauty, which if you never saw this because it was limited edition, look at this beautiful palette. So very fun. So this is 12 again. And let's generate 1. Ooh, we got the Pumpkin Patch. This shade right here. Ooh, interesting. Wonder how that is gonna go with the palette. Or like, not the palette, but the look. Let's see. Put it right here. Oh, that'll go. We'll figure out some place to put it. Definitely no shades are really coming up that I can use on my face. So, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, 2 more. Let's do Made by Mitchell, which I totally forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, so here's the Made by Mitchell palette. And then let's generate 25. Last palette. Ooh, the yellow. I like it. Or last shade. That really bold or just neon chemtrail, that yellow. All right. Ah, shoot. I just like smeared it on my arm. Let me grab some more. My bad. Pregnancy is bringing out the klutz in me so hard all of a sudden. I tell you. Okay, anyway, let's move on to the last one that we have to pick. It's the Sweet Shop Pistachio palette, and this one has 8 in it. So let me go ahead and hold it up and generate. 1. Ooh, Sweet Life. That shade right there. That's a pretty shade. This could easily go for an inner corner highlight, and I could get away with it on my face as well, I feel like. If I use it light enough, oh yeah, that'd be a fun highlight. Okay, so here is where we are at. Okay, not too bad on the shimmer to matte ratio. I can definitely work with it. I'm gonna need a minute. Okay, maybe a long minute, but I'm gonna need a minute. Let me prime my eyes and then we'll dive in and we'll create something with this. Something. Okay, you ever have an idea that you think is great and then you get into it and you're like, why did I think that was a great idea? It's kind of how I feel right now, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna first start out with using the darkest black, which is from my darkest color, which is the green from the It's Freaking Bats palette, and I'm gonna use that as a wing liner because it's definitely gonna help me use some of these shades to use one as my winged out liner, and I like to put that down first whenever I'm going to do that, and then I can retouch it if it gets kind of blurred as I work with, put more stuff on top. I'll retouch it very easily, but but I find it easiest just to lay that down first. This little EOS or EO6, I did that recently, EO6 brush from Sigma. Try to move some more of my palettes around, and as I use palettes, I'm going to shut them. So we need to start using some palettes so that I can have more room, because I have literally no room to even pull my mirror up close, and I need it up close for me to do this wing. But let's go ahead and put on the wing using that Autumn shade right there in the It's Freaking Bats palette. I love this palette. I used it once again, for whatever reason. I thought this was a palette I actually used in 2021, so as soon as I finished up like reviewing the last palettes for 2021, I went back and was like reaching for older palettes. And this one was one that I had reviewed in December, so it was just there on the, like just at the very end of it. But well, anyway, the morning I grabbed this, I was like, I think that was, you know, at the beginning January. And so I grabbed it because it was, I wanted to wear one of the palettes in my unique color story video idea, palettes with unique color stories. And so I did a look with it, and so much fun. Once again, I enjoyed using it, had a great time. The mattes in here are so good. Okay, I like how that looks. That'll be a good starting point for the eye shape, one shade down. Okay, shutting it, finished that side. I'm gonna set it over here in case I need to reach back for it. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna take that purple. I think I'm gonna start, I feel like this has more intensity to it. This is from the Worldy palette, but this one seems like darker. So I think I'm gonna start with the darker shade, but I'm probably gonna put this on top to intensify and just continue to blend it out. But that's going to be the outer corner. And then I think I'm gonna work with these other mattes towards the inner corner of my crease. I'm gonna work with a little flat packer brush, the E27, and I'm going to grab that I need this one, which was Dirty Cherry. That one right there, or Dark Cherry, sorry. Not Dirty Cherry, Dark Cherry, come on Katie. Anyway, I'm gonna pack that on. Like I said, I think this is the deeper one of the two, but they're honestly really close. So I'm sorry if you guys might think that's a little bit of a cheat to put them both together, but I am gonna do it because my reasoning is that I want the really nice dark purple out here, and combining them just might help intensify it and help blend it out as well. Just like so, and bring it up so very slightly into here. All right, palette number 2, done. I'm just gonna clean this brush off lightly because I'm gonna use the same thing. Let's grab the mammoth of a palette, the P. Louise, and grab that purple, which is First Class. Pack it on, and let's put it kind of right on top, going along the outer edges. Is there a big difference between that and that? But no, not really, but literally these are like the same shade. I can't believe I got two that are so very close in a palette. Sorry about that if that's a bit of a cheat to just use them piggyback on top of each other. Maybe I'll try to incorporate a different purple down below. I can do that too, that way it's not totally cheating. So I'll try to put purple down below, we shall see. But I am going to qualify that as having used the palette. So that's another 3 palettes down. We're making progress. And at this point I want to take, let me go ahead and start erasing, because literally that's how I work. I need to visually see the colors starting to disappear to kind of see what I have to work with. So I did those 3. So we have all of these left to do. I think I'm going to take, let's see. I think I'm going to take this shade right here, which I think was from the Spicy Peach Martini. Yeah, I think it was. This one, the Gimme Glow Spicy Martini. I remember vaguely, I remember saying 6, so I'm pretty sure it's that shade. That is right there. It's this one. I'm going to take this one first on the inner portion, keeping it pretty like low and just in here, because I'm probably going to use this shade to blend it out, and I might use this yellow to blend out the purple. I feel like that might look really good. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with this. I'm going to take a small kind of blending brush. This is the B4 from the Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Best indie brush set you can get for tiny detail brushes, or just blending brushes is what it's best for, and what she made it for. It is fantastic. I can't recommend it enough, and I'm not gonna lie, I really do want to buy another set or 2. Not that I need it, but it's just so perfect. And I'm not someone who washes or cleans my brushes all the time, and I use so many different colors, so that's how I justify needing more than one set. So I'm just gonna do that. That's how we're gonna start it. It's looking a lot more pink next to all this purple than what is this? Peach is what it says it is. But that's what we're gonna do, and then we'll blend it out. So let me finish this side, but another palette done. Okay, I know the eye look is looking pretty crazy, but trust me, I'm just kind of laying down the groundwork, and there's a lot of very light shades that I have to work with that I'm gonna kind of depend on to do a lot of the blending. So that's kind of my method right now. So now I'm gonna take this shade, which is from the Autumn palette from Vet Beauty, the Pumpkin Patch, and I'm going to use that to blend out and just kind of complete and get the inner half of my eyelid how I want, or not eyelid, but inner half of the crease how I want it. Let me do it this side. I think this will also maybe take it a little bit farther away from looking pink and maybe more orangey, which is kind of what I like. We're just gonna blend all this together. Okay, I like how that's looking in the inner portion. Another palette done. All right, we are making progress. Let me erase this one off my arm again. And then, let's see, here's what we have going. I do think I'm gonna use this yellow. Oh, I forgot I have that green. Totally blanked that I had that green there. No, I think I'm gonna use yellow to blend out this purple. I feel like that's gonna go the best, so I'm gonna have to use that minty green, I think, on my lower lash line, which I think will look good with the liner with that green there. Anyway, so what shade was that? That yellow was from, oh, Chemtrails from the Made by Mitchell palette. I'm gonna take that shade, and I might have to go back and forth with the purple a little bit, but I'm going to take it right in here. I feel like that's gonna be the perfect shade to help blend out and get a nice diffused look with this purple out, and then I'll also mesh it into that orangey yellow, whatever, not really yellow, but orangey peach shade that I had going on in there. So I'm just gonna take whatever's left on, oh, there's a lot left. Let me do this side. I'm just gonna go back and forth until I like how it is. I don't want too much of that purple to overpower it and take it too high. So I'm gonna do that until I like how it looks. Okay, so there it is. I like that blend. Another palette done. Let's see, how many colors have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have so many to go. I use this, so now we have a lot of the shimmers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers and 1 matte left to do. Like I said, I'm going to use that matte on the lower lash line. So for the shimmers, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this shade to kind of be the purple, kind of blend the shimmers into that purple. I feel like that's a good shade to use. Maybe not the best ideal, the one that I would choose if I had the option. I'd go more purple, but it's the option we have. And then I want to try to use both of these on my lid. And I think the best method will be to cut it kind of high with the blue and then put the green in the middle and then this, whatever shade that is, on the rest of it. That's my plan. I'm gonna put some glitter primer down and let's just dive in and see what happens. Okay, I think it was from the DJ's Unique Boutique, the Holiday. That's vaguely familiar. Watch me go and edit this and I get one of them wrong. I am so sorry. Wait, it was, forgot, I'm gonna do the green first. So why am I going looking for the blue? Okay, the green. Let's go ahead and do the green, which I think was from this palette. Yes, it would have been number 5. So it was this shade Verdant from the K-Love palette, the Impressionism palette. Let me make sure, I'm sorry my nails look so rough. They got a lot of glue on them I need to take off tonight. So I'm just gonna place this going like pretty much just straight up high. Kind of using this like a cut crease effect. I'm trying not to take it too far down. We'll probably still end up a little bit far down because I have to blend it into the blue, but I'm trying to keep these different and not too muddy together, but still blended. We'll see if I can succeed. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that same brush. I can mark up another color, even though I should probably keep it here just to make sure I don't need to go back and forth. I'm gonna take that blue from the DJ's Unique Boutique palette. It's called Holiday, and I'm gonna place this, okay, good, right below it. I was wondering how different they would look, but they definitely stand out as being 2 different colors, even though they're very close. I pray I'm in frame and also focused for you guys because I'm finding myself very intent on trying to figure out this eye look, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm also recording, so let's make sure you guys can see a little bit. So like that. Probably shouldn't have taken it that far because I do have to put down that other shimmer. Like that. I think that looks pretty good. Like it almost looks like the same color until you get up close and it's like, okay, that's green to blue. That's cool. All right, we're gonna call that cool, and we're gonna call that 2 more palettes down. Okay, next is the last shimmer for my lid, which is from the Jungle Lights palette. I'm not gonna hold it up open just because it's gonna fall everywhere, but it's that like coppery tone, and I'm going to get a clean brush and just pick up a little bit, and we're gonna place it down right here. I don't want this shade to overpower either the matte or the shimmers, green and blue. However, I do want it to be obvious. So there's not a whole lot of room left for that to happen, but let's see what happens. This is kind of neat because this is like a pop for the inner corner, because the inner corner is very like orangey peachy, and this is very like copper. I feel like it complements that inner portion really nicely. Okay, we're coming out a teeny bit farther. I might have to re-put some of the blue. It's always a process with blending, kind of going back and forth to find that perfect harmony between all of the shades, and especially putting 3, I feel like this is a lot of shimmers for me in a look. let's see, what else are we? I got a hair on my face because it itches. Let's do the lower lash line at this point. It's pretty much almost done. What do you guys think? It's definitely an interesting look, but like I had 11 palettes to work with, so I kind of assumed it was going to be interesting. Anyway, let's keep going. I finished this palette. Okay, so we did, let's see, for the lid I did, so you guys can see, this green, this blue, and this shimmer. So all we have left is this shade, which I can use on my inner corner, and then this shade. Not bad. Let's see, pistachio and give me glow. Okay, let's see, what should I use? I think I had said I was gonna use purple since I didn't get to highlight it too much. We'll go ahead and do the Worldy palette. Purple, I guess. I should have, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna use a Worldy because I kind of started with the Slush palette from before, so I'm gonna use a Worldy on my lower lash line, sorry. I'm gonna place this just right out here. And then I'm gonna focus that mint green on the inner half and the rest of it. And then I have to redo the green just to get it nice and evident so it's not too washed away. Okay, the green was the Magic Mint. I'm gonna take this little ES6 brush from Profusion, which is a fantastic little blending brush, and I'm gonna pop it right in here. And this will also complement the green I have on my lid because it's also that type of minty green. I'm not gonna take this too far because it definitely feel like would clash with the very like sunset type of crease on the outer edge that I have going on. I'm cool with that. And then I'm gonna take, like I said, that yellow, I'm gonna put it back around here and it'll also blend into that purple really nicely. So that yellow was from the Made by Mitchell palette, that Chemtrail shade. And I'm just gonna very carefully and gently blend into here and then up. I think it'll all go together really well once I redo the wing a little bit. Okay, that's good enough. And then I'm going to dust away the green that's dropping. Let's do the inner corner and call it a day. Can't believe I am coming to the end of this makeup look. I really wasn't sure if I could do this one because it was definitely tricky. We're gonna take that shade, we're gonna pop it on the inner corner. Such a beautiful shade. Definitely a shade I wouldn't mind all over my lid. Oh, so sparkly. Okay, a little overboard there, Katie. Come on. Let me wipe some off and blend it out. So beautiful. So let me do the other side. I'm gonna put on some mascara and then we will zoom out for the final look. And you guys can let me know down in the comments, how did I do trying to fit 11 eyeshadows onto my eyeballs? Or eyelids, let's not get weird. Eyelids. All right, you guys, so this was an adventure. I feel like with the last time I did this, it wasn't really that hard. Like, I think I was just more into like grungy neutrals, so like the whole look flowed together very easily, and like I remember just finding it very easy to put together. But this one stumped me, and this is the best I could come up with. I'm sure there's a couple different ways I could have done this. Let me know your thoughts down below. I always love hearing where you guys would have put different shadows or what colors you would have grouped together instead. I feel like I could have gone a lot of different directions with this, and like when I was sitting here at the beginning trying to think, I almost overwhelmed myself because I was like, I could do this, and I just was sitting there going like, I don't know what to do. I totally forgot to put highlighter on. I'm gonna put on a little bit of Pina Colada real quick because that'll totally cover up any type of fallout. Oof, such a good one. This is a very pretty highlight. Anyway, but yeah, I would love to hear where you guys would have put them. It's definitely an interesting look, definitely a look I've never done before, definitely a look I probably won't ever do again because I feel like the copper is a little clashing here. Those types of greens and blues don't really go with the rest of the look and all that stuff, but I do like the crease work. I love the purple with the yellow. I love the inner corner when I paired the peach with the orange, or whatever those colors were. I like that pairing. So I really like the blend work. It's the shimmer work that, I mean, not really the shimmer work, but the shimmer colors that I had to work with that I'm not the happiest about. But yeah, it was definitely a hard one. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think down below. I'm so glad I went ahead and did this, even though I wasn't able to fit it into December. It's such a fun video to get to sit down, go back to palettes that I absolutely loved in the previous years and get to use them again. And a palette bingo like this is definitely a challenge, and you know, sometimes challenges are fun. In the moment of it, I might regret it, but they are a lot of fun, so I always love doing them. But anyway, with all that said, that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you want to continue getting somewhat consistent content from me, I'm over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92 over there, and when I'm able to, I post flat lays, reels, makeup tutorials, funny reels, up close eye pictures, all that sort of thing. And yeah, with all that said, I will see you guys very soon in my next one. Bye guys.